Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos. Concerning my last video, I said I was going to talk about me working as me rushing to school in year 2020. So if you have not watched my last video, go and watch it, please. So I was working before. So when I gained admission in 2020. So I went to that school where I got scammed. You understand? So I wasn't really I didn't went to school because I want to go for scholarship and I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, which school? I was asking for admission, like which school that their admission that they are which school what school have they started collecting people like the admission was out. I don't know, maybe I'm correct. I was correct with the way I put it, but I know you'll get what I was trying to say. So I want to apply. So I was like, okay, which school are collecting people now? And they were like, and no one, and they are choosing some schools that I don't even like. So I just called one of my friends. So we knew each other in church. So her name is Deborah. So I just called her that they like, hello, Deborah. And they say you are in school. Which school are you in? She told me that she was in polytechnic. I was like, wow. I was thinking, should I go to polytechnic or university? So I now feel like, okay, at least if I went to polytechnic, they have been saying it that if you went to polytechnic, that if you get to polytechnic, then and you know that no, don't worry about that. I just think 2019 was the set of people they collect in 2020. That was it because of coronavirus. Or was it not right? I don't know. So I just called that my friend back to the normal talk. I called her my friend and I asked her, okay. And I was like, okay, thank God I can, when I finish my ND, like, when I fed the 100 level, 200 level, I can just cross to university. You know, that was 2 years, ND 2 years. So after that one, I crossed to university to 20 level, something like that. So I just went to that polytechnic. So I called her and she told me that she was going to polytechnic. I was like, okay, how do I apply for admission? So he sent me that man phone number that I should call the man, that the man will tell me everything. So I called the man was like, and who asked me to call her, to call him. I was like, okay, Debbie, because she actually told me to tell the man that she was the one that told me to call him. So I now told him that okay, and Debbie asked me to call you, and Deborah this. So I say his her son was like, okay, I should come and meet him. She said that they are going to do the program in a school. They just choose one school, like secondary school, that we should come. Firstly, I went to meet. Okay, I went to meet him in the office. I'm sorry. So when I went to the office, it was like give me the admission. I didn't meet him around, so I met some girl. They said that was his children. So that lady just gave me the letter to fill. So when I was about to fill the letter, I saw scholarship. I was like, what is going on? So I met the lady there. I didn't say anything, so I just fill it. Then I left there. I pay how much by then? I paid 30,000 naira. That's the amount I firstly pay. And they said, well, so I was like, I just come out. I was like, hello, okay. I was like, okay. I asked that guy that, okay, I saw scholarship. He said, did I not know that it's scholarship? I was like, scholarship. He said, yes, it's scholarship. And I was like, wow. I was so happy, like, oh, wow, thank God, I was so lucky. I still went to see, scholarship, something like that, blah, 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 blah. So when there to that school, he asked her to come to finish all the things. He said, we are going to, he's going to set everything up, like, to write all the details. I don't even understand. They just want to put some records, and they also said we should be bringing money, the envelope, something like that. So we went there that day. So when I still get there, he did all these things he was about to do, collect money, and he said it was going to test us when we gain admission. So after that, I saw the admission, like, and you have been recommended for admission. It's not like from Jump or from anywhere, so just an ordinary number. It doesn't even it's not a special number, normal number. I was about to delete it. I was like, who is this Jerry? Before I just read, I was like, that was when I started doubting, like, admission. This is how they used to send admission letter. That director was the one that was sending that letter to everyone. So I was like, so I called the board. I was like, now they've given me an admission. So I'm like, I call, he now asked me to bring money that we're going to be paying. It's hard divided like 125,000 for something. Keneka is just like 60,000 naira. So I went there. I went there. I didn't want to because I was in a hurry. So when I got there, it was like, "Bele, you are going to pay 80 Keneka thousand." I was like, what? I saw 30,000. Like, this is scholarship now or something. Was like, hey, in the scholarship, then come tomorrow, come tomorrow. You know, something like that. I was like, ah. So it saw my face that I already changed face. It was like, bring it. And then that was when I was still having that feeling telling me that this thing seems like something, but I don't pick up. Like I was noticing so many things, but I don't pick up. I was still like, what's going on? That reaction actually also brings some, I didn't say anything, so I just gave the money. I went there. So I called them. I was like, "Is it not the one? Like, maybe you just want to collect money for me, extra money. Like, it wasn't the one really owned that school, controlling the school. Maybe they just put him there and I wanted to be collecting money from people. That's what I also think. When I think that something was wrong, I feel like, okay, maybe that's what is happening. Just thinking about that on own head, my skull. So after that, he gave us this that we're going to go to Ibadan. That was where the school was. So we went to that school. When we get to the school, he helped us to park we still pay for this thing, we pay for a bus. Then we park, he collect a bus for us. He wasn't going with us, but so that driver just took us there. So he told us that we are going to be staying in a hostel that it's 30,000 naira per one person. He didn't say we are going to be sharing a room. But my friend, the brother, told me that it's only two people that will be staying in the room. That the room was very big and it's very nice. Something like. He also said we should pay for accommodation very fast so that we get a good place. So I pick okay, something like that. When we get to that hostel, the hostel was so small. Like the room was so small. I was like, what? So I was expecting like maybe me and one person will be staying in the room. But I didn't know. We had three numbers in the room. Three. So tight. That room was so tight, like everyone was like, wow, hey, Kineko, we're going to just go and collect another room outside. We're going to go and collect another room outside. After this 1 year, 30,000, 90,000 per room. That is exactly how it was. He was collecting 90,000 naira per room. That place too, I was like, this thing is something like business. So I was still having something, So my mind was telling me that believe me, something was wrong. Something wasn't right about all this process. It doesn't go normal. That's not how it's supposed to be. But I was still like, well, let's keep watching. But thank God I don't waste too much of my time though. I stayed there for only first semester. Then the second semester, I quickly run to come and process my another admission in EXU, Ekiti State University. And to God be the glory again, admission that's 2020 as well. So many people are still there. When I started knowing that it was something like that, was like when my friend, when one of our people there, one of the students just called the school site and they're like, hello, we are one of your students staying in Ibadan. Can you come? He said that we are Ibadan Center. So Ibadan Center, we are your student. He was like, we don't have any students in Ibadan. And they said our main school was in Abuja. Everyone was shocked. Everyone was shouting. We have like three different hostels, that apartment that he rents like an hostel. So there are toilets, everything. Like, we have one for school, an apartment as well. So some people were still living there. It was that like hostel and apartment togetherness. So everyone was already para. Like, we just heard something from our own estate. They come and carry the rumor like we're not near the school. So some people that were near the school, that were inside the school, schooling there and living there, were the one that called that place. They was like carrying that rumor to come and meet us in our own estate. Everyone just rush. We don't even beat. We don't do anything. That it was early in the morning. And to God be the glory, the man was actually around. He used to be around like every wicked every weekend. I was always like, who is the owner of this school? Who is directing? And that was when I finally knew that it was the one directing this school. I was like, what? So I know this man doesn't make good. What is going on? So They started carrying this thing. Everyone started finding like, ah, I need bow. We collect our money from you. You cannot go. Can you, go? You couldn't even do anything. You couldn't say anything. You know what? I think what he should do at that time was like call one of the director or get angry. Like, what is going on? You know, he couldn't even perform anything. From his eyes, you already know that all this was total lie. Only we were deceiving ourselves. I was like, what? Ah, my mother's already gone. I was crying inside, like, oh my god. I walk and I still come out. I still come and end up in getting scammed in my country. You see this Nigeria, eh? So one day when he was talking to us, he used to give us orientation almost every weekend he came. We said we should come and meet by 10 a.m. or something like that. So whenever we went to that place, he would just be like, he told us a story one day that he's a businessman that he was already been to. He's not Dubai. That is his business, might do business. So when he want to do his own business, if he said that if so many people were selling it 10,000 and he was selling his own 5,000, we know that people will rush to come. So when they already enter and he said that okay, his amount is no longer at that amount, like his own money is no longer 10,000, 5,000, that his money is 15,000, they wouldn't be able to run away again. You understand? So that point, that place, I still take a point. I took a point from that word he was saying that day. He was saying, I was like, this man was saying this thing indirectly. I never share to anyone, I never said anything. But my mind, I was just trying to figure out what is going on. I was still telling my mind that this man was saying this thing in that like he just completely put us inside this place. It was like give us cheap money. So when we enter, we wouldn't be able to go back. So we're exactly that place, you know. So many people of us there were actually scholarship, will come for that scholarship. But so we're paying like 80,000 naira, like not scholarship in that school. That doesn't it, I was like, oh my god, that was when I get to know. That man, that guy was like, I was working hard, I was working and I was schooling here and I was paying 80 scholarship. You guys are paying almost 40 we are me, I was that 40 doesn't have some other money that we'll be asking for. So I was just like, what is going on here? What is happening? My head started turning like, hey, I started remembering everything like, this is what this man was trying to say exactly. I was already trying to figure it out. So I finally got the answer. So that was when I finally know what is good. So the other day, the second day like this, they just said that you just come to that school and still come and plant something in the ground. I don't know. So some of our senior day, we met only one first set. We are the second set. So those first set that when they first come to that school, that's when they're living in another hostel before that. That woman said that this man has brought you your head do not and take voodoo or something. I don't understand. I was still shocked again, like what? God forbid, Matty. Hey, I'm leaving this place. You know, at that moment, no one can tell me not to leave. I swear to God, because I've already made up my mind. Like nothing can stop me. I didn't even share it with anybody. That's what I don't tell anyone, but I know I was leaving. So everyone was like, "Hey, what are we going to do?" Some people were like, what are we going to do now?" They are not even sure, but they are like, if I said I should go home now, that this is what is happening. They may not be able to go to school again forever. Like even this one that they come gone is by force, by something like that, you know. Some people were like that, but I was thinking a lot. I was like, being me staying here, I'm wasting my time. At the end of the day, I'm the one that had to pay. It won't pay my parents. To pay them a little bit because they pay money, but I want the life that I want to live. So I will still be regretting. I don't want to live the life I want to regret. So I was like, well, it's better to just stay and be working rather than staying here and wasting time when I know that I don't even have anything to get. There are a lot of people, a lot of certificates that you can't even use. Like they'll be like when you tender some certificate, they'll be like, which kind of school is this? You know? So talk less of the school that they even have this thing. Like they already pay for everything they need to pay for safe. Talk less of this school that they don't even know, they have never even heard of. I was like, come on. And this guy, there was this man that already talked to me. He told me that, Pelumi, this school I've never heard about it. Go to the school that people know, but I will not listen. Because you see, I've already made up, like my head, my mind, my everything. I've already left that place, so I don't want to hear anything. I just want to leave. I was like, this man doesn't want me to leave here. By fire, by force, I must leave. Something like that. So just to go to school, just imagine. So I still have to experience that. That was what happened there. Then some people left, and I also left. I didn't tell anyone. I just go home. People were calling me like, "Melly, are you not coming back?" So I was like, "I'm coming." Look at me. That was first semester. We finished first semester exam. Second semester, they insist that we are going to pay another money. He said that was scholarship. That scholarship, I was still going to be paying, and it's huge money. It doesn't even decrease. And the work we are doing in that school was like the subjects were up to the course. They were up to 20. It's not 18. Oh, we're not in primary school. Just imagine. We are doing 18 different course title, course code, course title, different issue. That was mad. Like everything was just giving a hint, like I was just taking points. So it now come to meet us. Like when he do what that nonsense they said he did, so no one was asking for money, no one was asking for anything. Everyone just calmed down. But you know what? Me, I know what to do on my own mind. I know what to do, so I just pack my load. This is the way I pack my load and leave the hay bar down. Ging. So I just have to run for your life. I run for my life. Make someone not come and implicate my own or destroy my own future. His own children were not coming to that school. He has children. His children wasn't coming to that school. And he was putting us in that school. But those things were really, really bad. Like our parents were working for money. Some parents were like, what they were doing to earn this money. Eh? It's not something you can even be talking about. So for you to now know how to be scam people, like using school, you are still using school to scam. That's why we're not saying people were saying school as scam. People have already turned it to scam. What is all this? I don't understand. So when you're like that school already, you're already like linked with some. You already link with the school in Ibadan. So that school no longer wants him. Maybe because it's demanding for too much. I don't know. So that's how that one happened. So thank you for watching my video. I'm going to share on my next video. I'm going to continue this conversation as well. Peace.